Harlem has ensured her future.
To make it, you had to get to Harlem.
Harlem did not have a professional baseball team, did not have a professional football team, but it did have a professional basketball team.
NBA Hall of Famer and Los Angeles Laker legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar produced his first documentary in 2011, On the Shoulders of Giants, which tells the story of the Harlem Renaissance, the first black-owned professional basketball team in history. Formed in the 1920s, the Harlem Wrens dominated the sport for a quarter century, long before the Boston Celtics and Minneapolis Lakers started the National Basketball Association. The Wrens traveled the country during a time of segregation and played both black and white teams, always attracting big audiences wherever they played. Jabbar, who grew up in Harlem and rose to legendary status at Power Memorial High School, was well aware of the Wrens and always wanted to tell their story. Artisan News was on hand at a press conference promoting On the Shoulders of Giants when Kareem talked about paying homage not only to the game he loves, but also to Harlem.
Being from Harlem and inheriting the legacy of the Harlem Wrens basketball team, it was really a way for me to pay homage to my community and the game that I love so much. And I didn't find out about the Wrens until I was in high school, and I didn't find out very much about them. I did some more intense research on them when I stopped playing professional basketball in 1989, and I wanted to do a movie about them.
He also talked about getting Herbie Hancock, Will.I.Am, and Chuck D to be a part of his documentary, and why he decided to get these three particular musicians together.
Yes, Bill Cunliffe wrote the score, and then we have performing on it Herbie Hancock and Will.I.Am and Chuck D. What I was really all about in doing that was trying to show the connection between all of the musical forms, you know, jazz being the root of it, but hip-hop and R&B are branches off of that root. And I wanted to show that because the younger generation thinks that everything started in, 1990, with Chuck D's band. And so we really have to do some educating there.
Kareem talked about the Harlem Wrens playing the game of basketball to the rhythm of the jazz bands who were the most popular bands in America at the time, like Benny Goodman, Count Basie, and Duke Ellington.
The Harlem Wrens basketball team started in 1922, just as, to this day, the 1920s is known as the Jazz Age, and it started the swing era when jazz was the dominant musical taste of America. Everybody, it didn't matter what ethnic group you were from. There was Benny Goodman's band, there was Count Basie, there's Machito, there's Duke Ellington. Jazz really dominated America's musical taste at that time. And the Wrens played the game to the rhythm and style of Harlem. So they kind of went hand in hand.
On the Shoulders of Giants features narration by Jamie Foxx and interviews with the Reverend Al Sharpton, Bob Costas, Charles Barkley, Clyde Drexler, Dr. J, the Reverend Jesse Jackson, John Wooden, and Spike Lee, among many others. Footage of the Wrens was extremely hard to find, and the filmmakers only had a few seconds of material, so they used artists' paintings to depict players. Poet Maya Angelou also reads a poem by Langston Hughes called Harlem's Sweeties about an upscale neighborhood called Sugar Hill. The movie is set to be distributed to thousands of classrooms around the country in hopes of educating our youth.
Harlem, son, second to none. On the shoulders of giants.